It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. The show is called The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. Without you guys, it wouldn't be no legends. In the House of the Legends, I've known her for a while. I've played some of her music. You guys have heard some of her music. And she's here in the studio to talk about her journey. In the House of the Legends, I give you Tuwanna C. How you doing, girl?
How you doing?
How you feel today?
I'm all right. I'm, doing what it do.
And the funny thing about it, when we get on the phone, man, we talk.
Yes, we do.
We talk, and I like that about you because of your spirituality and the things that we talk about. And that's the process of really keeping it real.
That's right.
So let's talk about you going way back as a child and tell everybody where you was actually based at.
Okay, as a child, my father was a pastor.
Okay.
And then my aunt was a pastor. So as a little child, I grew up in the church.
Right.
So my thing was religious music all the way up. But I got in contact with, Public Enemy, which used to be called Spectrum.
Right.
Back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
But I started out with them, and they were, with Griff, Professor Griff.
Right.
So in my mind, I said, all right, I'm going to be this martial artist because that's what we did.
Right.
So they started coming around, we're going to start a group. So I've been with Public Enemy since, as a child and got raised with Professor Griff as a S1W. Mm-hmm. So they was like, make sure you show them our mics. So I have the mics here.
So how did you convert over to the gospel world? Because that was quite a transition, at the time, because you do a variety of music, but you have a spiritualism thing of when you actually belt it out. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so what happened is, I was confused as a kid, Muslim, 5% of, earth, do this, do that, and I was really confused, but, something in my brain said, stick with God.
Right.
Jesus, which I call my Lord and Savior. So I stuck with them. No matter what I did as an S1W, we did the marches and the turns and everything.
Right.
So to me, it wasn't bad. But on my own time, I started doing gospel music and, as a little child,
Right.
So, I opened up for, a couple of gospel artists.
Now you've opened up for some people now.
Yeah. Because, Donnie McClurkin was with me as in training before he got big. But I was a little child. He was older.
Right.
So I watched him learn how to play the keyboard and everything. So I got under him. I was like, okay, let me do this. So as a child, I was back and forth.
Right.
But my thing was stick with the Lord Jesus. That's what I decided to do.
And with that identity of yourself, did it change your way of life?
Yeah, it changed my way of life.
Tell the viewers about that.
Yeah, because as a child, I was into everything, Diddy, everybody into the drug scene and doing all kinds of crazy stuff as a child. But then as I started maturing, I started leaving that alone. So Chuck said, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a gospel label. So I and a couple of people got on his gospel label. So that helped me change. And it was very hard for me to change. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because I'm going to tell you something strange. As a child also, and being with them, everybody think it was all guys. But it wasn't. I was the only girl. I was the first girl. Another girl came after me, but she passed away. And we have a couple of other girls that lingered. So I lived my life as a guy. To be honest, yeah. So I'm putting in, doing everything with the men, jogging, you see the 7-year-old practicing and everything. So then, as I got, so the changeover, when I went to the Apollo and I won, they was, Stephanie Mills' nephew helped me get this song together. So at the Apollo, they were screaming and hollering because they thought I was this guy. So
Okay.
yeah, so they told me, they said, listen, you could be the guy or you could be the female, but you're gonna send mixed messages to the crowd.
Right.
So
And that creates chaos.
yes. So they say we have to make you a change because sex sells. So we need you as sexy as possible. So I said, oh boy, so I had to learn how to use a real bra and, stuff
Oh,
like that. It
wow.
was so hard.
Okay.
It was hard for me as a child, all confused and growing up, so in between. So I started making my change slowly but surely and feeling embarrassed going in the store, saying, what size is this, for the nice little panties, the thongs. Said, what size? They said, oh, just try it. And I said, oh, it's not for me, which it really was for me, but I was embarrassed.
Right,
And
right.
isn't that something, being embarrassed to be a female, which I was?
Well, at least you wasn't a hermaphrodite.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
And morphodites is females.
Really?
You would never know. Yeah. They like
Learn
to
something
be
new every
dresses
day.
and everything. Yeah.
When you
So-
wanted to take your recording to a different level, did it just hit you right away, or is this something that you just said to yourself, well, I want to do a solo thing?
My thing was when they started saying, yeah, we getting ready to go to California and we're going to start putting the group, and we got signed and da-da. My thing was I wanted to be in the movie as a martial artist.
Okay.
So I always had the long hair, so I was like, I'm cutting it off with the long braid. So I don't know if you heard of 5 Deadly Venoms.
I probably did, 'cause I
It was
watched
a
so many of
karate
them.
movie. So
Yeah.
my thing was, I got to get in the karate movies and do this and that. But then, being with Donnie McClurkin and everybody, I said, oh no, let me just work out hard and do my singing. I'm just going to try to do the singing. Yolanda Adams, Hezekiah Walker, all of these people that I've, been with, so just traveling. So I said, I'm going to stick with the gospel
Okay.
as I made my change.
Your first performance, let's talk about that, because I just want to know what type of adrenaline was running through your body to actually sing over 1,000 people.
Well,
What was running through your mind?
once again, I was the guy. So I call myself Don Juan. So
Don
to
Juan.
me,
All right.
So to me,
Go
I
ahead,
was like,
Don.
oh yeah, they're gonna love me, this and
Yeah.
that. And I got up there and I saw, it was a little nervousness.
Right.
But the nervousness worked for me for the better. So I
Okay.
just said, darn, and I started doing my thing, singing. And they clapped and they loved me. And I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Okay.
It's like a drug, It's like a high.
Okay. Now, you made a movie, and I really can't play the clip right now due to the time frame. But let's talk about that, because that was pretty great. And how did you encounter that? How did you stumble on that?
I said I need to, make this movie and start it out. It's a series. We still working
Right.
on it in the progress. I have some people in the audience. So I said to myself, it's going to be called In the Beginning. In the beginning is what? God.
Right.
God started everything at the beginning.
Okay.
So the movie is from the beginning, from heaven to Adam and Eve, and then it breaks out to where all of this drama and all of this chaos is coming from. So I have Satan in it. You guys is gonna love it. Satan, all kinds of things that's going on now.
Okay.
So that's where the movie is coming from.
So we're actually ranging on the book of Revelation in the sense of the things that's
Yeah.
really going on
Yeah.
right now
Yeah,
and stuff. Because
Yeah.
like I tell everybody, don't be surprised what goes on. It's been noted.
yeah. So that's what we doing. We getting it's getting ready. It's gonna come out soon, and you'll see. It's showing. So in the beginning starts with God, and then it comes to all the chaos, what's going on.
Okay. Let's talk about house music.
There you go.
What can I say?
So when I started singing, I was doing slow songs and stuff like that. And with the
Right.
slow songs, I had all this energy. So Public Enemy, Johnny Juice, who's the producer of Public Enemy, first it was Starfy, now it's Now it's Johnny Juice. He was like, no, you got too much energy. Let's start this. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh yeah, that's me right there.
Right.
That's what I want to do. So I said, but I want to keep it clean. I want to keep it spiritual.
Right,
So
right.
I became a house gospel artist.
Yes.
That's what happened. I was younger and they broke me into that. And I'm the one with the house. I used to really perform and flip and do splits and everything. So they loved me on the stage.
Okay. Tell me some of the feedback you have gotten as far as being a gospel house artist.
I've gotten positive.
Okay.
Positive.
And how does it actually motivate you and encourage you to even give more energy of yourself?
Yes, it motivated me, and then it motivated me into, I need to get other people involved in this, because this is great right here. And it's not really that big of a market. At the time, it really wasn't big
Right.
of a market. But I said, we need to start doing this, And then when I started doing it, here I got a whole line of people doing gospel house. I said, oh, okay, I thought it was small, but it's not. It's really a nice genre.
Well, gospel house, was, at a sense, was like something that was actually limited. Because when I started playing gospel house music, I got lucky. I got lucky from other guys over the world sending me stuff. And I had people like Frankie
wow.
Paradise.
Oh, yeah,
And,
yeah.
Yo, Ty, I know you got the gospel house, and I was just sending it to different people because gospel house is just not only a culture, it resides the message behind it. So your message and your energy, what are you actually saying to your audience?
What do I say to them?
What are you saying to them? Your message.
Well, in my message, I'm reaching, my market is reaching out more to the sick and suffering people.
Okay.
People that's out in the street, people that's poor, people that can't get off drugs. So I try to encourage them that no matter where you are or what age you are, you can still do your dream. You just have to put your mind to it.
Okay. I find that you're actually giving back in a sense. I listen to some of your music and I feel the energy behind it because some of it is like from life experiences as well.
Yeah, my life experiences.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Yes.
because for you to overcome those things and find your identity, I believe that's a God-blessing thing.
Yeah. So
When did you actually get comfortable with it, though?
When did I actually get?
Like your transition?
Maybe, I'll say about 10 years ago,
Okay.
not very long.
Okay.
So, I'm still, a little.
Hey, that's
but,
okay.
But people see me, I put my shoes on and I make it work. I get sexy on them. I get sexy.
You do. I seen that picture. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get sexy on them, but, I'm more comfortable being me, especially on the stage with the house. I like doing what I do. And they're telling me, oh, you got to learn to put them heels on and do them turns up there, so.
You're fascinating. Let's talk about some of the artists that you've actually shared the stage with or actually shared a bill with.
Okay, it's so many. I told you, Hezekiah Walker, Yolanda Adams, Tanya Gardner, Heartbeat Lady, Fonda Ray, Get Over Like a Fat.
I seen that bill. I seen that bill with you guys on that.
Oh, you saw that?
Fonda Ray and Tanya Gardner.
Yeah.
In fact, I interviewed Tanya
Really?
about maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, but she wasn't in the studio. It was actually virtual. And God bless her heart. We all know that she had a little problem, with the alcohol and things of that nature. And not to
Yeah,
shame her,
that's what I
and
say,
not to
yeah.
judge her, but she's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah.
When she came out with West End Records, with Heartbeat and things of that, just opened up a whole different door for the music industry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it's really hard coming off them drugs, I've done it all, with Diddy, all of them, from crack, cocaine. I never did the dope, to the pills. Sometimes I didn't even know what, the drinks or whatever mixed.
Right.
But, everything was good, and I didn't care, especially the mescaline tabs. I was like, oh, yeah, come on, and I was ready to party. So I said, oh, no, God is not calling me for this. I got to come out of it. And it was really hard to come, to get out of that to the point where I had to get locked up and all kinds of stuff. So once I, got out of jail and doing all the time and ended up in hospitals, laying up all messed up and can't get out because I did whatever, because I was fighting and I'm not supposed to be fighting people. When your hands get licensed, you can't do that.
Right.
And here I am, I'm gonna do this and just out there as a kid. So the last time I was there, I said, no, I'm making this change. I'm gonna leave it alone because this is not going anywhere. Because now most of my life is gone with street stuff.
Right.
So the other half of my life, I have to, and I don't even know how long that is, but I have to, give back and get to the younger people and help the people that's in need, that's really out there. I see them begging for change and everything, and I say, wow, there I go, doing that crazy stuff.
Okay.
So.
It's beautiful what you do. For the people that's sick and suffering right now,
Yeah.
if they were here right now to hear your testimony, what would you say to them?
I would tell them, I would say, listen, you need to get up under somebody who can talk to you and teach you who your maker is. Because once you know your maker, then you begin to learn who you are and love who you are. Because a lot of this stuff comes from us not loving ourselves. We think we love ourselves, but we don't love ourselves. Because we doing and bumming and doing all of this stuff, that means we don't care. So the best thing is to learn who your maker is, learn who you are through your maker, and from there, you begin to learn others, and you become comfortable with your life.
Okay. Quickly, any shout outs to anyone?
Yeah, shout outs to the people in my movie. Can I hear y'all?
They all here for supporting her. I am so glad to have you here, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. Got here a little late, but God has a way of doing things. So we're here, and I'm very flattered to hear your story and things of that. Quickly, let's talk about some current events that's going on with you, Tuwanna. What you got upcoming?
Yeah, well, we got a couple of shows. We got something in June. It's a boat ride I'm doing in June. Then after that, I'm supposed to be going over to Los Angeles, and from there I'll be coming back to my own thing in August. So we're gonna have some artists there. Sandman is gonna be there.
Okay.
We're gonna have Barbara Tucker, if you're familiar with her.
Of course. Who doesn't know?
She's gonna be there.
Doesn't know.
So,
everybody knows Barbara.
Then I believe I'm gonna have what's his name? But anyway, he sings that song, Hungry for Your Love.
Okay.
Yeah, you remember that song
That's an
back
old
in the days?
tune, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an
so
old
I
tune.
have him coming
I
through.
think Todd Perry produced that back in the days with them and stuff. I'm not sure,
Star Manson.
Right. Yeah, back
so
in
I have
the days.
him coming out, and we just gonna go all out and have a good time.
Are you planning on producing anybody in the near future, or are you doing that now?
I'm doing that now.
Okay, let's talk about some production.
Okay, so I'm producing the younger people because I don't need them to go the way I go. So I have a young girl that's 12 years old. Her name is Gigi. Mm-hmm. She was supposed to be coming, but they got stuck in traffic. Gigi, I have some in the audience right now. James, the younger people. So I have a lot of younger people. It's like, I'm gonna say about 20.
Wow.
20 younger people. So I'm producing them, put their music together. I've had them in the studio and let them know different ways. I have more than that, but when you know more than me, I can't deal with you. And you haven't even, I'm in the industry. That because you sing and you do shows, that's not the industry.
No, it's not. It's a whole lot of work.
Yeah, and I try to tell them, take it easy. This is what we're going to do. And, the ones I'm with, they're learning and they're, and a lot of them, why is this taking so long? Because a lot of them just want to be on the camera. Oh, yeah, look at me. But then, you sound like crap because you didn't take your time to learn what you needed to learn. Some of them I have to put in, you know, voice coaching and different things like that. And some of the rappers, they think they're rapping, but you're offbeat and you sound like you're reading a book. So, you know, I'm working with them, and a lot of them that is staying in there, they're really actually getting very good.
Okay. Tuwanna, you very impressed me. You know, your testimony, your overcoming, your spirituality. You know, I want you guys to go out there and support her. She's going to do a live performance on my show. And I need you guys to go out there and show her some love because she's amazing, amazing. She brought some people here to really support her. They all didn't really show up due to the fact of, you know, some incidents, but she's here. So thank you so much for being on my show.
One other thing.
Go ahead.
I'm also doing a kids show. So I have them from 5 to 12.
Okay.
Remember the kids?
Okay.
Yeah, I have the kids
Tell
show.
everybody your email address and how to get in contact with you.
You can
very
get in
fast.
contact with me, Tuwanna, TUWANNA BURNS @gmail.com, or Dr. Tuwanna Calpurnia on all platforms.
Okay. Thank you so much, Tuwanna. And this has been another T-Lo video production. You guys stay tuned for another episode. Thank you so much, Tuwanna.
Thank you.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house. It's not just mine, his or her. It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
In the beginning, God created me to be perfect in every way. To smile, be happy, not to let life trials put me down, not to be sad, be glad. He's the best friend I've ever had. He gives me everything I need. It's my shepherd, my shepherd. I've got everything. My life, my health, my strength. He is everything. I walk through the shadows of death. I will fear no evil. God is with me. He keeps away my enemies. Yeah, He guides me, protects, keeps
Yeah. Come on. Clap your hands out there. Come on.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.